Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Beth and a very warm welcome to my channel. So if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for all of your support, especially over the past couple of weeks. It has really helped me to get through things, which we'll go through in a couple of minutes. If you are a new viewer to the channel, a very warm welcome. I hope you enjoy the fun stuff that we have to share with you guys today. Just make sure you hit that subscribe button to make sure you don't miss out on any of the fun, but also to show your support for my channel and help me to make more content for you guys. So a very quick update. I have been missing. I didn't record last week. I was meant to record. I also haven't been on social media as much, and I also haven't caught up on any Flosstube in the past 2.5 weeks now. This has been for two main reasons. The first reason is my job. My full-time job is as a house mother in a private boarding school, and we are getting to one of the busy times of year. So I've got every holiday for me is busy because obviously I have student departures, things like that I need to make sure get them home safely. But also it means a lot of change for me over the next couple of weeks as well. So we are coming to the end of the school year. I've got a couple more weeks up until the end of June where I have students on site. So it has been quite busy. We've just had our year twos have now left to go on to their universities and things like that. So we've had that departure to deal with. And then we are coming up to the finals for the year ones. So they'll be leaving us very soon, which is a busy time for me. So I haven't had much time for stitching due to that. But hopefully this will change, because it may not change up until the end of June, but I have a good chunk of summer holidays to be taking in July and August. I have a nice 6.5 weeks off. Some of that I may end up being in quarantine for, because I do plan to try and travel back to my family in France because I haven't seen them in forever. So fingers crossed guys, we will get back. I will be able to get back home and see all of them. But it does mean I have a fair amount of time for stitching, so I will talk a little bit more towards the end of the video for those that are sticking around to ask your opinions on a couple of things. But the other thing is I have actually had an injury on my left shoulder. I think I must have pulled a muscle or something. So I have not been able to stitch for the past week and a half. So no stitching whatsoever. I really have no idea what I did. It is getting better, but I'm trying to rest it as much as possible because I am left-handed. I do everything left-handed, and it has been a real kind of sharp pain in the top of my shoulder joint every time. I don't know what I did because I did it overnight. I woke up one morning and suddenly the pain was there. I do have a previous injury on my shoulder, but it has not been like this. So it is getting a lot better. I was able to do a little tiny bit of stitching, just a tiny bit yesterday, but I am going to be resting it up. So I'm not sure how much stitching I will have to show you over the next couple of weeks, which is why this video is going to be slightly different, because I only have one piece that I have stitched on and it is not very much stitching at all. I thought now would be a good time to do a WIP Parade. I've never done one of these. I never thought I was going to be the stitcher that would have one of these to show you. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start with the giveaway winners from the previous couple of videos, because I have two videos now where I had giveaways that I needed to announce. So I had two videos where I have giveaways that need to be announced, so we're going to quickly go through those and then I will start my WIP Parade. So I had my last video, which was my last Flosstube, sorry, which was now 3-4 weeks ago. I can't exactly remember when it was. And I had 3 charts. I do apologise. So I had, the first one was the Jim Shore Mill Hill Angel kit, and this one is going to Sharon Littlefield. I do apologise if I'm saying that wrong. Your name will appear on the screen. Now, as always, I just used a comment random picker I just typed in the URL code for the YouTube video and the word, which was angel. So Sharon, if you can get hold of me either via Instagram or by the email address below. Instagram is where I am most likely to pick up the message quickly, but if you email me I will get this in the post to you. So congratulations Sharon Littlefield for winning this one. The next one I had was the Life is What You Bake It by Sue Hillis, and the word for this one was bake, and this one is going to Kelly Hale. I believe that's how you say your name. I do apologise, but Kelly, if you could get in touch with me once again via Instagram or via the email address down below, and I will pop this in the post for you. And the last one I had was the Buffy Threads the Hedgehog kit. So this one is threads all over. So threads all over. If you can contact me, as the others are, by Instagram or by email, I will drop this in the post to you. So thank you so much for everyone who entered. Those are the 3 winners, so if they could get in touch with me, you will have until my next Flosstube video. If I don't hear from you, then I will have to pick another winner. So make sure you do reach out and get in touch with me. So I then did a Flosstube Extra, which was the last video I posted, which I believe was about 2 weeks ago. And in there I was wanting to show small businesses. So I picked Laydee Designs and I created this pattern. So this is the free chart that I have on my previous video. So this is the only piece of stitching I actually finished in the past month, I guess, was this piece right here. And this one I stitched like a mad thing to get done. This one, it only took me 2 days to get this stitched up. In total, I think it took me probably about 3 days designing, stitching and fully finishing it. So this was an absolutely gorgeous one, very, very out of my comfort zone, not something I would normally stitch. So if you want to get your hands on this free chart, it is in the Flosstube Extra for Laydee Designs on my channel. It is the latest video, so I will also link that down below. And in that one I was doing a giveaway for a piece of fabric and 4 of the Laydee Designs threads, and this is going to Bar Stitches. So once again, I do apologise if I'm saying that right, but I will, as always, put a little clip up here, a little photo of the winner. So Bar Stitches, who is planning to stitch Quaker Pumpkin, which is a gorgeous chart, and I think the Laydee Designs threads would look absolutely stunning with that. So congratulations to Bar Stitches. Once again, if you could contact me through Instagram or via email at the information down below, and I will get those in the post to you. So that is the giveaway winners. I did forget my best thing for the past 3 weeks, which I have been trying to work out what I was going to say, because I wasn't really sure what I should say for my best new thing, because I haven't really been stitching. But I think my best new thing would have to be discovering, and I know this is crazy, but our Barbara Anna designs. I had seen a couple of the charts but never really kind of seen any that really caught my attention that was me, and then I found the Dreaming Girl series. So I've purchased a couple of those. I've purchased the Dreaming Girl, the Dreaming Frida, and the Dreaming Garden, which is all from Creative Poppy. I've purchased those, which I'll be stitching up over the summer, and those are going to be part of Christmas gifts that I give away this Christmas. So I was stitching those up over the summer. I've just placed an order with Lakeside Needlecrafts to get the DMC threads that I was missing. But I also, for my birthday, and this is the only piece of physical haul that I have, from Nitka Moscow, I ordered the 4 Seasons by Barbara Anna Designs, and I plan on stitching these individually and having them as little cushions in my tiered tray, which is kind of hidden down here behind me. And I will be stitching those individually. I just loved how I could do the 4 little seasons and I could have one of those in each of my things. So that is also something that I will be working on at some point. Now, I'm hoping the lighting is okay. The light bulb has just blown and I am now just using natural light. So I do apologise. I don't have another light bulb. I do have a lot of lamps, but I'm not sure what that's going to be like for the video, so that was quite an interesting one. I will work that one out later. So hopefully you can see the WIPs well enough for this. If not, I guess I will be refilming this video. So the first one is the only piece that I've been stitching on. This has been my 15 minutes a day, which I admittedly has been a very slow 15 minutes because of my arm at the moment. This is, I'm going to try and hold it up as best as I can. This is Autumn Town by Autumn Lane Stitchery. So I've been working on the top line up here, and then I've come down to work on the house so I can try and get a page finish. So that is my 15 minutes a day piece, and I'm really enjoying this piece. It is super fun to stitch, and it is quite a good one for 15 minutes each day because it is kind of block colour, so I can outline it and get as much stitching as I can in the 15 minutes done. And then it's quite easy to kind of come back to. I don't have to worry about where I am stitching or where I am in the pattern. I can just pick that one up and carry that one back on. So what I've actually been doing for my 15 minutes a day one is I have set it up on my Siesta R&R frame, which is just a lap stand frame, but I have it on my desk. And I absolutely love that frame. It works really well. I can, as it's like a Q-snap, it doesn't leave marks on my fabric. So I have been leaving it out for kind of 3 or 4 days at a time when I know work's really busy, because if I put it away, the stitching is not going to happen. Whereas if I leave it out, it's there first thing in the morning, have a cup of tea, and I do a little bit of stitching. And it's worked really, really well. So I'm really enjoying that. So into the rest of my pieces. So I have the Mulberry Cottage by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. Now this is one you can definitely see that I haven't been able to do any stitching because I'm really enjoying stitching this, and by all means this should have been finished. This is only 69 by 77 stitches, and you can see I'm so close to a finish. There's not actually that much left on there that I need to do, but I just haven't been able to stitch. So hopefully that one, when my arm's better, I'll be able to get that one out of my finished pile. I have another Caterpillar cross stitch. I have my Made to Creates out. Now the part has come out. I just haven't had any opportunity to stitch, and also I didn't want to start it. I want to sit down and actually get the part finished. So I've been changing the threads on this, and I've been using Jodyri Designs threads, which I'm really enjoying stitching. So that is WIP number 3. Now these are in no order whatsoever. I only have 2 WIPs that are older than this year, which is my Autumn Lane and one of my Madame Chantilly, which is Christmas Advent, which will be coming up shortly. So this is Madame Chantilly Celebrate Winter. Now I started this end of February, and I've worked on this during the March Madness, but then I put it down and I haven't picked it up since. I'm struggling with this one because I don't want to be stitching winter at the moment. So this one will probably go away until winter. But there we go. And I am sorry, I keep forgetting to say what these are stitched on. All of my information will be down below in the description box, but that is, I believe, 18 count Pearly Grey Aida, with most of the called for DMCs. Now this one, I kind of was a bit embarrassed to put this one in there, but it technically is a WIP, and that is, all it has is this line. Ignore the little dashes up here. I was really struggling to count this. This will eventually turn into my the Unfinished Sampler series by by Michelle from Mama Loves You GB. I really haven't got too far on this. I said to myself I was not going to start it until I finished some of my other pieces. That just did not happen. So I started it, but not very much. So hopefully I will be picking that up probably over the summer at some point. Now this I think is the WIP with the least amount of stitching on it, and I don't know why, because I really thought I was gonna really get into this one, and it is a gorgeous chart and I will stitch it, but I think this was one of those ones that I started at work and then I found it in my work desk drawer, and obviously as a work project it just never got stitched on. So this is the 2020 Pandemic Sampler, and all I have done is that very top corner part right here. So this one I have a feeling will be going away with me over the summer, but I will work that one out, and that is stitched on so it's stitched on Chromatic Alchemy 18 count Evenweave in the shade Feronia, which is an absolute gorgeous piece of fabric. It's such a like fiery colour. I love that. The next one we have, and it is the Buffy Threads Sunshine Rendale piece. So I worked on this one a couple of weeks ago, and I love how realistic the Buffy Designs ones are. So I have that one. And so I've definitely been joining in from Shauna from Craftivating Creations. I will be joining in her sale that she has, but I've decided rather than start a new one, I'm going to work on this one and I'll get this finished, and when I finish this one I will probably start my new one that I have, just because I would like to get this done out of my WIP pile. And it's one of those that when I work on it I absolutely love it, but I really need a push to get it done. I need a push to stitch on it because I have so many other things that I'm like, oh, let's stitch on something else, whereas this one is so satisfying when I actually sit down and stitch. And I do apologise, I am putting these away as I go, just because otherwise I'm going to end up with a huge mess. And I'm currently on my break from work, so I don't want to have to go back to work and then at 11 PM at night when I finish, come back to a huge mess. Now this is another one where you can show that I really have not been able to stitch. I'm really hoping my arm does heal. I can feel the muscle pull as I'm holding this stuff up. But I'm hoping that it's gonna sort itself out, so that way I can get stitching. If not, I may have to cave and go and see a doctor, but I don't want to. So this is the May Autumn Lane Stitchery piece, and I was doing my May Designer May, sorry, which was featuring all Autumn Lane Stitchery pieces, which was going quite strong. For like the first week and a half, and then I have done something to my shoulder. So I am still working my Autumn Lane, my Autumn Town, sorry, from them is one that is my 15 minutes a day, and as soon as my arm is better, this will probably be whipped up in maybe an afternoon or so. It is a very small design, and I was going to stitch this big enough to be a project bag, and then it is changed, so this is actually going to be turned into a little purse. I'm still trying to debate, so I've got this corner down here done, and I'm starting on the bird up here, and I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do to replace May. So I'm half thinking of doing kind of a Ray Dunn inspired thing and just putting like money on there, just because it makes it easier. I may put the person's initials on here that I'm going to give it to. I just really don't know. Or I might even put the word treat, because I used to have a purse that I carried around when I was this little girl's age, and I remember my one said treats on it. Not sure where it came from, but it had the word treats, so now every time I think of a purse I think of the word treats on it. But I absolutely love this design, and I'm looking forward to getting back to stitching this. This one is just on a 20 count Belleana Evenweave that I have dyed myself. So it is now probably around a 21-22 count, just because I can definitely tell that the holes have shrunk, but it's still really nice to stitch on. So the next one, I don't actually have the piece with me. It is currently, so I don't actually have the piece with me for this one. It is currently sitting on the other side of the room, and I don't want to take it out the frame because I'm currently stitching it on a denim jacket. So this is the Autumn Lane The Lunar Witch, which I am working on my denim jacket. I really have not got very far with this, but because I stitch with this one-handed, I might try and do it with my right hand and see if I can get any further even when I can't stitch. The other pieces I use two hands for, whereas this one, because it is definitely the stab and pull motion, I'm wondering if I can, I have it set up in my Q-snap ready to put on my Lowry frame, so hopefully I can kind of stab and pull and get this one stitched up, because I would love to have this one finished for the summer, but realistically I do not think it's going to be stitched. So I have no idea how many we're at. I will count them at the end. So then we're going on to, I think this is probably my oldest WIP, and it is the one that I kind of am in two minds about. I would keep all of my WIPs, but this one I am struggling with. And I've realised there is a random bobbin of thread that I have no idea which one it came out of. I will have to work that one out later. So this is the Christmas Advent, the Christmas stamps from Madame Chantilly. It's my oldest WIP. I've only got 3 done so far. This is a WIP Go piece that has come up. Once again, this is stitched on 18 count Pearl Grey Aida. I have a thing with Madame Chantilly. I tend to put it on 18 count Pearl Grey Aida, even though I did not know I was doing it. For both my winter pieces, they're on 18 count, and a previous winter piece was also on 18 count Pearl Grey Aida. So it must be winter Madame Chantilly. I must pair it up with Pearl Grey Aida without even realising. So this one is the one I'm on the fence about, because it's one of those ones that I really want to get it done, but I need to kind of force myself to work on it. So I have a feeling this one will come away with me in the summer, because these are quite small finishes, and if I'm taking a lot of bigger pieces, because obviously those will have the time to stitch them, I may throw this in so it forces me to work on it, but I'm not 100% sure. So then the last one that I have here is my series, and I'm so far behind on this series, but I told myself that I'm enjoying it, so there's no point trying to rush it. And this is the Blackbird Designs Loose Feathers series. So you've got block 1, block 2, I'm hoping I'm in 3, and then the third block, which is the one that I'm currently working on. And this is definitely going away with me for the summer, because I have the whole series in here, and I just need to do the bottom section of this. So, and also the floral border down the side. I say I only have to do that, takes some time. But I'm loving stitching this series. It is absolutely gorgeous. Really, really enjoying it. Absolutely loving the fabric, which is the 16 count Chromatic Alchemy in Dune. No wonder I'm loving it. The holes seem huge. Now I'm looking at it compared to my 18 count stuff. The holes seem absolutely huge on this piece. I tend to now go for 18 or 20 count, but I'm really glad for this one because it is so big that I just decided to go for 16 count. So I'm going to quickly count those and see how many WIPs I have, and I'll be back in 1 second. So I don't think that is bad. I have 12 WIPs, so not too many. I will have a couple of new starts over the summer. I know my sister bought me a couple of the Hawk One Hollows. which I'm really looking forward to starting one of those, because that is a series that I've wanted to collect for some time. So I will be starting probably the shores of Hawthorne Hollow over the summer, just because it is a summer feel vibe. And then of course I have my Belleana designs that I need to stitch up for Christmas presents. So my plans, and kind of come to the end of the video, so kind of what's going to happen over the summer. So I, over the summer, will be moving out of the school because the school is closed. Hopefully I'll be going back home. I do work at the school in the main office during the summer, but the accommodation part is closed. So I have to pack up all my stuff, which means I'm limited to what I can take with me, what I can fit in my suitcase. So I will be going through throughout the month of June. Hopefully my arm will be feeling a little bit better and I can get back to stitching. So my aim will be to finish those small ones that I have on the go, so that way they are finished, completed, and I can have those done before the summer. But I will be going through and picking out which pieces I want to take with me for summer. So as I said, I have a good 6.5 weeks summer holiday that I will be taking. Hopefully I will be able to go back home. If not, I'm not 100% sure what I will be doing, but I can tell you it will involve a lot of stitching. So I will be working out what pieces I want to take with me. Of course, some of those you've seen, I've already said that I'm going to take, but we will find out. So over the summer I will be doing my Flosstube videos, but the pieces will not be as fast because I will only have what I take with me. So hopefully you'll be seeing some progression on those pieces. The other thing I wanted to talk about is I have got back into kind of journaling and art journaling. Now I've always journaled, I keep a daily journal on a regular basis, but I have made it more of a creative journal, and I've had quite a few people who have asked me for videos for things like that, and I don't want to set up a new YouTube channel, so I wanted to get your guys' opinion. So I will keep my Flosstube on a Sunday. My Flosstube Extras obviously could be on any day, but will most likely still be on a Sunday the week in between. But I was wondering what you would think of me putting up a video on another day which isn't related to cross stitch. So that way you could watch it if you wanted, or you could skip it, either way. But I was hoping to keep everything all together because I already work with a local charity. I volunteer for them and I help run their YouTube and their social media. So that is one account I'm following. I also have my own account that I'm working on. And then I have a connection to another social media account which I help run for one of my friends' businesses as a volunteer basis. So I don't really want to be creating another whole separate social media platform because I don't have the time to run it. But over the summer I would really like to include maybe some creative vlogs, because hopefully I'll be back in France and I can include some other things. I want to also share some of my embroidery pieces. I've had quite a few people ask me about the textile embroidery that I mentioned previously, and also do maybe some creative vlog type things over the summer. I can't guarantee that those will happen on a regular basis when I get back to school because it is quite busy, but over the summer holidays I really would like to get some more content created because that's what I enjoy. I enjoy creating the content. I enjoy creating the designs for you guys. So let me know what you think. Would it be an issue for you? Sorry about that, the camera cut off and I forgot. So as I was saying, would it be an issue for you guys if I created other content and put it up on this channel? Obviously avoiding the Sundays. Sundays is my cross stitch day. So let me know what you think. Another thing is, obviously due to the fact that I am having issues with my arm at the moment, I am still going to be doing my small support businesses, so I will be supporting local businesses or small businesses in general, but rather than doing it every month, I'm going to be doing it every other month. Just because I know in June I'm not going to be able to get one stitched up. I've got a whole week where I'm not going to get anything done because it is departure week, which means 5 AM starts and very late finishes. So I have a couple of small businesses in mind and I've already ordered some products from them. So maybe over the summer you'll get a couple of bonuses, but I'm thinking that series is going to be once every 2 months just for the time being, until I get back on track a little bit, just because I really want to work with those businesses and do my research and support them. And as I do, for both of the ones that I've done now, I have stitched the piece myself, and at the moment I'm just not physically able to stitch the piece. So this was the Jodyri Designs one. Make sure you go and support them and check their video, check their Etsy store out. But yeah, so that's what my plans are. I'm hoping to do some different creative style things and carry on my small business supporting. So let me know what you think. I really hope you enjoyed the WIP Parade. I'm hoping the lighting's okay and I'm not going to have to refilm this later. And I will see you all next time. I'm hoping to be back in 2 weeks, but obviously if I have no stitching it may be a different content video. It really depends on how my arm goes. For now I'm going to go and grab an ice pack because my arm is killing me after holding all that stuff up, and I'm just going to go and rest before I am back to work in about an hour's time. So I will see you all very soon. I wish you all the best and happy stitching. Bye guys!